I'd like to just speak on some of the pertinent information that's given in the movies that we're seeing that people overlook and just toss, just push it to the side as just a movie.
Thank you.
There's more revelations in these movies nowadays than there is in the Bible sometimes. Honestly.
I like that one.
Yeah, honestly. First and foremost is, I think, the most important movie to ever come out in this new millennium, which is The Matrix.
Okay.
Because it shows how we have become programmed, how most of our 50 to 60 plus years of our life is robotic, and how from ages, the only fun we really have in life under this programming is childhood, where you go to school, play, and after maybe 6th or 7th grade is when the programming starts coming in. But The Matrix really, really, really told how to, it's a blueprint on how to unplug yourself due to knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and the higher power of self, you know, which we, as you know, don't tap into half of the time. But it's always there. It's just waiting, laying dormant, waiting for people to regain it.
Wake up.
Right, right. And how Neo claims he's the one. We all are the one.
Thank you.
But we have been indoctrinated into a mentality of not the one, but multiplicity of the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, where we become put in a box and everything is the same. Let me just put it that way.
But I just want to interject something here. The programming really starts in the womb of the mother, because whatever program they have, they pass it on to the offsprings. And school and religion is one of the biggest ones they use at an early age, special. Because now they have preschool. Before it was just 1st grade, then they went to kindergarten, and now so they are tapping the minds of the children at a very early age. Yeah. Even
to the point where now I've been seeing a lot more of, not to get off the subject of movies, but within the last month or two, where they're showing in the newspaper how 8-year-old children are being handcuffed and put in and locked up. I mean, did you see that in Queens last week? And at least 3 or 4 times I've seen that. But if we take heed to the information that's given to us and don't brush it off, it's a blueprint, you know. And we always should use information to the best for how can I say, for upliftment. Now, as we were speaking about The Matrix, the other day I'm watching another movie, which is The Day the Earth Stood Still. The new version, not the older version, the newer version with Keanu Reeves. And how he was basically abducted by higher powers and sent back to Earth for the Day of Reckoning. And how the negative forces that be, the controllers, know that their time is up.
Thank you.
They know it.
They know it.
They know that we are going back into our proper place on this earth, and we're going into the true dimension, back to Zion, as they call it. And how, like, when he's, after they shot him, of course, everything that they don't know, they want to kill. And he's laying up in the hospital bed, and they had this lady, Kathy Bates, who she came in as a representative. And she says to him, "Why are you trying to destroy our planet?" And he looked at her just like, "Your planet?" Like, are you kidding? It's not your planet. And there was another scene where the girl that befriended him asked him the same thing, and he says, you can survive with the earth, but the earth cannot survive with you. So the earth must go on. Message in that is, we should stop giving away our power.
Thank you.
Take heed to the knowledge that's given to us, because we are the most powerful things ever created on this earth, of, by, and for God, period. So once and people are waking up at a more high, at a quicker rate. That's why their treachery is coming more quicker and quicker and quicker. So these movies are not just to be brushed off. They're telling us a lot of truths in these movies. And another one of my favorites is Ghostbusters. Now, people will say Ghostbusters. I mean, that's fiction, but it's not fiction. Movies like Rosemary's Baby, where they tell you on 72nd Street how they had a building where they were sacrificing people, true story, and channeling negative energy. And Ghostbusters just broke it down to the common denominator. And how they, even to the point where there was a scene in the movie where they went into the mayor's office and Bill Murray read straight from the Bible the names of these tribes, cursed tribes, that are doing this, so that they can generate this negative energy for purposes of control, which is basically happening. Yes. All of the things that are going on, and the murder rate is high, and just the people are just acting like they are worthless. And once you get to the point where you feel worthless and your existence isn't worth anything, that means you have basically given up on yourself and your soul, you know. So what's that other movie I was just as a matter of fact?
Oh, I love that one.
This is Miss Rose's favorite movie, Powder.
Yes.
Because Powder was for those who have not seen this movie, you should see it. Powder was a genius.
Thank you.
He was the most elevated mind on the earth, but he was, as usual, persecuted by those who did not understand. What they don't understand, they want to kill or control. The man was pasty white. He was running their own, but they still just, you know. But you had spoke on a couple of movies yourself, Miss Rose. What?
Did you see Green Miles?
Oh,
that was a deep one too. Oh. Now that was very powerful. But you know what? All the movies that we will be speaking on, it goes back to the conditioning and the programming, mind control. They all are telling you. You know, and the thing about it, even the people that has a lot of, you know, plenty of money, the house, the mansion, the cars and stuff, they still being programmed and controlled too, just on another level, because they think the material stuff defines them, but they being controlled too. It's just on a whole nother level, and they think they're not.
I think Puffy and Biggie said it best: more money, more problems. More money, more problems. I mean, you with the money comes scrutiny, because you know any brother that becomes successful has to be scrutinized by this establishment, because you know with the money can bring power, and power is what they try to keep us pacified. You know, they try to pacify that part of our nation is the power, when that's why we have been scattered and stripped of our culture, and stripped of any sense of self-worth, and just but what was another? I was just thinking about another new I have so many movies at my house that if I were a teacher in school, I would make a course for these movies, and for people to analyze the movie and tell exactly how they feel or what they got from the movie.
They got, yes.
And then you can really see who's thinking and who's not, the thinkers and the non-thinkers, because it's right in your face. It's always in our face with these movies.
But don't forget, the Book of Eli, a message, powerful message was in that one too.
It was more biblical than...
Yeah, but when the lady asks, what happened to your world? Because you know, they got to the point, the only thing that they was trying to get was water and food.
Okay.
That was it. Everything else was gone. And whoever survived, they will kill you and take your water and food. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
So one of the ladies that he met up with, when she was speaking to him, because you know he was blind, because a lot of people didn't get it that he was blind. But he was good at what he was doing because he had opened up his third eye, which is the pineal gland we call intuition that we all have. And she said, what happened to your world? And he said, we had more than we needed.
That's always it.
Yeah. So now they had to go back to the basic, food and water.
You know, it's not just movies, too. It's like, I remember one of my favorite shows when I was younger is Star Trek. And most of what they show us is a blueprint. Because you remember the communicator and they pop it open like, you know, beam me up, Scotty, and the whole thing? That was what, the 60s? And then what followed in the 80s? The flip, the cell phone.
Yeah.
So the blueprint is they're just telling us step by step exactly how, you know, most of the governmental things that are that we live and function under is not basically spontaneity. It's a script.
Yes.
It's a part that's being played. It's a role that they play. I mean, to me, the biggest fallacy is how the Republicans and the Democrats, not to go off the subject, but when they get in front of this camera right here, they portray themselves as enemies.
Thank you.
I'm a Democrat, you're a Republican.
Yes.
But then, when the camera goes off, they have dinner together. They do all of these other things together. It's like one big conglomerate, one big party. It's the trickery of the mind's eye and the trickery of the people and all of the fallacies that go on. So, message being just heighten your sense of spirituality. That's the best thing for us to do, because we're at a point in life that if you don't, you'll be swept away with the tide. Because a lot of people are going to get caught up in this. And I don't know the scripture word for word, but it says in the Bible where basically Satan is saying, well, you cannot blame me because all I did was call and you came.